The Sydney Sweeney ad, have you seen it?
Oh, yes, I have.
What are your thoughts?
Trying to calm myself, but that would, Sydney Sweeney has good really? Like, the eugenics in that, it's dripping with it, and I'm like, no.
When you saw it, what did you think of?
I mean, I thought, it was disgusting. I think it's just showing what kind of country we're turning into. Because it's white supremacy at the end of the day. That's what this ad is representing.
Is she German trying to kill Jews? Is she like, I don't get it. She Nazi?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Not, you know what? It irks me how easily people jump to you're a Nazi. If you believe in two gender roles, you're a Nazi. If you believe in the Bible, you're a Nazi. Like anything that goes against the liberal agenda is just automatic. You're a Nazi.
Well, but it goes along with the narrative that they're trying to paint, because the whole Nazi thing was about the Aryan race and the blonde hair, blue eyed.
Right,
but so it's like you're promoting the idea. So now all of a sudden, because there was a Holocaust years ago, now no one who has blonde hair and blue eyes can ever feel beautiful or celebrate their traits ever again, because some psychopaths walk the planet. Like that doesn't even...
Which she wasn't lying. She does have good genes.
Genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color. My genes are blue.
Sydney Sweeney has her genes.
I mean, it's very obvious.
Exactly.
She's acting in movies. She's a model. She's very successful in the industry that she's in. She's very good looking. She has great genes.
I don't see how that's a problem. Well, first of all, let's start with this. I had no idea who the heck that was. Ty had to tell me who it was. So I had no idea even who this person was. But my initial response when I saw, because I didn't see that specific clip, I saw some ad campaign where it had like how you spell jeans, like your gene pool crossed out, and then it spelled the jeans like blue jeans. And so I'm like, okay, I don't get it. Like, why are we mad? Like, what's going on? I don't understand what's happening. I didn't get it. And so then after I watched a few angry people, I got why they were upset. But the first thing that popped into my mind, I grew up in a generation where we had a whole clothing line called For Us, By Us, FUBU. It's like, I don't understand how, for whether you're a black race or African ethnicity, or if you are from an Asian country, or, if you're American Indian or Indian from India, from anywhere. If you're from anywhere except for Europe, you can celebrate your heritage. You can celebrate who you are. But if you are European, you are not allowed to do that, or else it's racist. It's the most ridiculous double standard I've ever seen. And I don't understand why these people care so much. Like, why do you care?
And for the record, since we mentioned FUBU, the creator of FUBU says that he did not create FUBU for Black people. When he said For Us, By Us, he was referring to the culture that had been created. Although most Black people hijacked FUBU, For Us, By Us, and correlated it to the Black race or Black people. So I just wanted to throw that before somebody comes in the comments and say, no, they didn't. He did not create it for Black people. So I said, there we are.
That. It's ridiculous. And it's just ridiculous. We don't have to use FUBU. Today, there are plenty of companies that are specifically for Black people. Why? Because Black people want their own representation. So why can't anybody? They are advertising to whomever their consumer is. And how is that a problem? And
But wait, I have the perfect video concerning that. So let's watch it right quick. Not only do Black people have companies, but they've created way more than companies.
Tired of fear, 19 Black families bought 96 acres of land to build freedom. In 2020, after George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, and Ahmaud Arbery, 2 women, Ashley Scott and Renee Walters, said enough. They didn't just protest, they took action. They launched the Freedom Georgia Initiative, and with 17 other families, they bought nearly 100 acres to create a safe, Black-owned, self-sustaining community. Homes, farms, businesses, healing, a modern-day Wakanda, not in fiction, but in rural Georgia.
Okay, and I am not laughing at the people. I'm laughing at the notion that Black people can go and buy a bunch of acres solicited to Black families, say that they're feeling unsafe in America, so they need their own land, and naming it Freedom Georgia. And no one says anything about that. But one little white girl does a Gene commercial, and she's a Nazi propagating eugenics.
no, wait. There's a group of white people who did the exact same thing. And I think it's
Exactly. And they were lambasted for it. Yes.
It's in Appalachia, and I just saw a clip on it the other day, and they got together and they got land, and I think that's your business.
My name's Nikki, N-I-K-I. I'm 32. I'm a lady.
This is Return to the Land, a group of millennials who organised online to build something radical and controversial. A town for white people only, that they insist is completely legal. We spent several days with them, watching as the men set about the physical labour of building out the site. All the while, the women of the group took on the more typically trad, homesteading type roles.
I guess I found the people through Twitter that ended up starting this project, actually spearheading it. And I went out to the first April event last year, and it was really fun.
The sort of white-only aspect of this, how important is that to you guys?
Given the premise that it's something that is kind of off limits for whites but is okay by implication for other groups, I do feel it's necessary to carve that out, and you kind of have to do it yourself.
Yes. Whether you Black people getting together to get land for your people, whether you white people doing it, but that's your business. Long as
Exactly.
It's like
Nobody's okay. The standard is so low today. The standard is so low
for racism, basically.
For racism,
there's standard
you
for
know,
racism.
I just have to look at you the wrong way, and all of a sudden, oh, they're a racist. They were being racist. How about whatever happened to people are just buttholes, and they're just rude, and they don't care what color you are.
Thanks.
They just they don't like you.
Yeah, can I just not like you?
Why? Because I love myself. It means I hate you. Why? Because I want to be amongst my own group of people, as people do. We have plenty of Chinatowns. We have plenty of places where you go and they only speak Spanish.
Mexican town. There are a lot of areas where culture is known, because with ethnicity and race comes culture. That's a good thing. Firstly, Blacks are only 13% of the population in America. So why do we think that everything in America has to evolve around us? Why are we trying to FUBU America, for us, by us? America is not FUBU.
My thing is, even with this, it's not just, it's like everybody. I've seen white men shame her, white women shame her, Black people. I seen a Black woman literally, if I'm not mistaken, getting ready to cry. It was very weird to me. Like, why?
Yeah, but it's all these people because they have a progressive ideology in their head. Even white people have been brainwashed to feel guilty if they feel good about being white. It's
Right,
so
which is
weird.
It's reverse racism. That's literally what it is. You basically said, well, since your grandparents and your great grandparents or whoever else, since whoever else before you came around, going across the earth, whitewashing people, putting people into slavery, you can't feel good about yourself, and we're gonna ever
in life,
and
not even. It's just plain racism. There's no reversal.
It is.
It don't matter
It
which way
is.
it's going. If you're racist,
That's
you're racist.
right.
I don't care what color you are, and it's just ridiculous. And then basically they have the same thing that blacks went through, where you had issues with self-hatred and thinking you're less than. Now white people are going through it, and it's I guess they call it the white guilt, but it's the weirdness of it all. Or to me, they're just like haters, because to me, a lot of the white women who are dogging her out is like, because she's beautiful and you're not, like, is that, or you're not as beautiful. I'm not going to say everyone who has something to say about her isn't beautiful, but you're not model status. I tell you this, if Beyonce did the same campaign with her mom and her sister, and they showed their Creole roots, and then she said that she had good genes, people would celebrate her. Because it's a blonde-haired, blue-eyed, skinny girl. It's like,
so that means you're saying every blonde-haired, blue-eyed 5-year-old little girl in America should not feel great about her own genes, skin color, physical characteristics, and heritage. They should just want to crawl in a gutter and be subservient and sorry to black people for the rest of their life. Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, people of color. Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, African American. Oh, I'm sorry. I mean,
What I'm wondering is it that they can't be proud of their heritage, or no major brand can focus on these things? Because when it's LGBTQ or blacks, or whether they're Asian, whoever they
Asian,
are,
Mexican,
whatever it is, your Latino heritage. Let's look at J-Lo. When she was her and what's the other one name? The other girl's name? When they did the Super Bowl performance, it was Jennifer Lopez and Her Hips Don't Lie.
Oh, Shakira.
Yeah. They did a whole Hispanic thing for the Super Bowl. It was celebrated. It was beautiful.
Yes.
It wasn't considered, oh, it's racist. Why are you focusing on your skin color? Like, what I'm trying to understand is like, okay, so is it because it's a major brand that it's a problem? Because to me, the major brand is focusing on that because that's their demographic. That's who's buying their clothing. I don't know.
I just think that over the last, and it's so crazy and demonic, because over the last 8 to 10 years, DEI has been shoved down our throats through politicians and the media. Diversity, equity, and inclusion, and lift up Black voices and people of color and indigenous people and all this kind of rhetoric. And so now you have people who are really brainwashed to think that if you're not hyper focused on anybody but white people, you're racist.
Right.
And it's crazy.
White, straight males have it worse in America.
Yeah. It's crazy because they've gone so far that they've literally made the white straight male the most oppressed person.
Well, because
I mean, it's funny, but it's not funny.
The patriarchy. But to me, patriarchal has more to do with being a man than being a white man. But I guess that's the like pinnacle of the patriarchy is the white man. And it's like,
well, not even just the patriarchy. They blame everything on them. Literally everything.
Yes.
Slavery was your fault. The oppression of the women was your fault. And the oppression of gay people, also your fault. You just oppress people. You're just an oppressor. And you just go around taking people's stuff and whitewashing people. You're an oppressor. And we're all fighting the man, which is the white, straight man.
I'm not.
And how dare
I'm
you
not
think
fighting
of
it either.
and how dare you think a white, blonde-haired, blue-eyed girl is beautiful?
They are saying Sydney Sweeney's ad for American Eagle is Nazi propaganda. Reopen the asylums, reopen the schools. In fact, shut down the schools, because apparently it's not working. Maybe we should shut down the Department of Education, because we end up with videos like this, okay? And the second I saw that pride flag on the wall, the second I saw that the new pride flag, the ugly pride flag that's like black, white, brown, purple, green, all those random colors. I don't know what happened to the beautiful, simple pride flag. The second I saw that ugly pride flag on the wall, I knew the video was going to be a flop. I knew what
did I say?
here. But I really think this speaks more to the insecurity of these women at home than it does anything else. I think these women who are choosing to be upset with Sydney Sweeney, she's hitting a nerve within them and something that is not healed within them. If I put on my psychology, Dr. Phil, Oprah hack, well, Oprah's disgusting now. We can't stand Oprah. But if I put on my...
Okay. Well, I wanted to touch on one thing he said. It does touch on a nerve. And I was saying when we were talking earlier that human nature, humanity is wired to gravitate towards and look up to the most beautiful, the brightest, the most intelligent, the most talented human beings in their circle. That is how we're wired. So why are people who may be overweight or didn't get the best grades in school or shy, they're not outgoing, they're not articulate, they're not able to communicate well, they want all the people who are really good at things to be brought low. That is the root of this. And it goes against our nature as human beings. Now, you shouldn't worship people who do well or look well or the best of us. Although even the Bible says give honor where honor is due. Beauty is a thing.
They're punks. They want participation trophies. They're punks. That's all it really is. They want everybody to receive the award, the participation trophy. The person who didn't want to work hard wants to be,
10.
Looked at the same way as the person who did. And they make everything about self-worth when everything isn't about self-worth. It's about their personal achievement of what they're good at. They're beautiful. They can sing. They can build.
It's about being
create,
self-aware.
They can invent. They can
they're
the cream of the crop of society, whatever. Everybody is not the cream of the crop of society. You can't be mad because you're normal. I can't be mad at Elon Musk because no one cares that you invented things. I'm great too. Get out of here. Like get out of here. It's ridiculous. And that's how you're just mad and walking around.
All right. Okay. So as we have probably all heard, or maybe some of us have not heard, but oh boy, the WNBA had a little action where one of the players was on the basketball court and this happened.
It bounced around a lot, but at the end, it went through the rim. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. She's going to go head to the back. Oh no. Timeout call for.
Wait a minute. Oh my God. Wait a minute. I don't know what was funnier. Her wig came off. She was in the middle of the game and her wig came off and was laying on the basketball court. And I don't know what was funnier. Her wig coming off or the commentator going, oh no, oh no, oh no. So she grabbed her wig, threw it back on, and was running off the court. And do you know they paused the whole game? What? I have seen NBA players play through injuries and wait for the quarter to be over or whatever. And she couldn't let nobody see her that wig. Now, I'm not going to hold you up. If I was wearing a wig, I would have been just as embarrassed. But why do you have a wig on and you're playing a basketball game?
Because it's 2025 and people crazy.
She
Like
thought
you
that
didn't,
got to
you
be
didn't
glue
sew that
had her.
down. Yeah, that got to be glue. Let her down. You didn't sew that down. You didn't take like. Remember back in the day, that's why wearing a weave was. I mean, wearing a wig was inconceivable because it's like, what if it come off?
It
Like,
was.
who's doing
Yes.
that? Like our hair was sewed down. If you pull this out, my hair coming with it. Like this isn't coming off. These days, all these wigs, they forgot. Like those can be snatched, and you're playing
They
basketball,
did
man.
forget.
Oh
They
my
did.
goodness.
Oh my God.
Poor her.
Let's finish.
Proper to deal with the malfunction. And now they have an issue with a fan. So the officials are now talking to arena security here. As you can see, so a fan said something. The Phoenix Mercury bench heard it, and they did not like what was said. They're taking exception to it. So Amy Bonner, crew chief, is trying to have this sorted out with the arena security here as to which person it was, and that way they can get it taken care of. Talia Copper back on the bench for.
Oh my goodness. Did you guys hear that?
So you're telling me they were trying to get someone removed from the arena because they made a comment about the girl's wig flying off?
Yes.
This is why people go see real basketball, and they're always whining about WNBA. If the highlight of the game is that your wig fell off in the game, then there's a problem. Okay.
Not only that, but be graceful about it. If your wig flew off, people are gonna make comments. Laugh about it and keep moving.
Yes.
How are you trying to remove somebody from the arena because they made a comment and you didn't like it? Hello, freedom of speech. Hello.
I don't understand. Aren't you a basketball player? Like, don't you have cornrows under there? You couldn't just.
Exactly.
It's too
Not
much.
not even just that.
There's too much foolery going on.
Like,
it's just this stuff don't make sense.
I'm completely floored. I'm so confused on so many different levels. Why the heck do you have a wig on and you're playing a jumping sport? 1, 2. Literally, I'm sure you have hate commentators somewhere. You can't take someone making a comment about your wig flying off?
I think it's the people, because the girl not even there no more. Remember, she ran out. So
okay,
it's like
them too.
security.
Everybody.
They're her teammates. All the girls.
Nobody's coming on the thing physically trying to hurt her.
Because they're girls.
Yeah.
Exactly. And this goes back to women.
You better not
This goes back to women. Women always try to portray this girls club vibe, and it is a lie. It is a lie. As soon as you do something that they don't like, or they don't want you to do, or what they just want you to be destroyed.
Hold on.
But you're right, Ty. It's like, why is the team and the security trying to get a fan removed from the stadium because they laughed about her wig coming off?
I laughed too.
Like, exactly. It's funny.
And I'm not a fan. I don't know who
Oh
you
my
are.
goodness. Let me see if they actually threw the fan out. Let's see.
My thing is, if you're a basketball player, you don't have tough skin. Like, you play basketball. Like, now I see the girls who run track, they wear weaves, but no one's touching them. Like, your sport is physical. Why? Mm-mm.
No.
Okay, let's see this, guys. Let's see.
And for making fun of her for losing her wig. A person losing their wig is never not funny. In the history of what kind of idiotic operation are we running here in the WNBA when we're ejecting fans? Hearing that possibly comes close to dog hearing is the hearing of WNBA players as they said on the.
What a league. Marry your teammate, date an opponent, get your wig flying off, and get mad when laughs at it, Ricky. What are we doing around here? And the girl did not even come back into the game. I'm out with a hamstring. I'm out with a. Oh, man, I'm out with stitches in my eye. I'm out because my wig fell off. The level of stupid is beautiful, and this is icing on the cake.
It is icing on the cake.
You have got to be kidding me.
They can't say anything else about viewers, about money. You can't, because you're treating it like it's a fashion show, babe. You're treating it like it's a fashion show. Your wig flew off. You should have kept it moving. You ran to put it back on. You should have came back. This is literally your job. You're literally paid to be there. This is your profession, and you're very obviously not taking it seriously. So I don't know why you expect anybody else to.
And then they were out on the court just a while ago playing in T-shirts that said like "Pay us the same" or "Pay us more." Like they're upset because they don't get paid as much as the NBA players. So they were protesting.
That doesn't make any sense.
You don't get as many viewers as them.
So pause. Okay, wait. If I work for a company and the company does not bring in as much revenue as another company, then I'm going to demand the pay that the other company has. But we know it's not making as much money. Like, is the mathing? Like, what? Who does that?
Not good businessmen.
And then you don't even produce the same quality of product.
Obviously not.
So you're not even grossing the same amount. You don't produce the same quality product. Like, does the W and WNBA stand for welfare? Because that's what we looking for handouts now. Like, what?
It was a very powerful moment and got the point across. And, sometimes you don't have to say anything.
Top WNBA players made a bold statement over All-Star Weekend by actually saying nothing. Ahead of the league's 2025 All-Star Game, every player on the floor wore a shirt with the words, "Pay us what you owe us," across the chest. The collective display was a direct call out to league leadership that players want more of the financial pie, on par with other pro athletes. NFL, NBA, and NHL players receive about half the share of league revenue, while WNBA players receive just 9%.
We feel like we are owed a piece of that pie that we helped to create.
The average salary in the WNBA is about $102,000, with stars like Caitlin Clark reportedly making only around $78,000.
Are they serious?
Okay,
Are they serious?
Well, now, hold on. Okay. I don't know enough about this. So according to what they just showed us, you're saying that they're talking about a percentage. So they're saying in other sports, men get a certain percentage of the total revenue. And so they're saying that the percentage, so not that they get paid the same that they're getting paid, but the same percentage. So if they're bringing in less, they would still make less, but they would get that certain percentage. That makes a little bit more sense to me. I don't know the inner working.
But you have to consider that the WNBA, actually, the league, when you look at the numbers, they're losing money. They just can't and don't make as much money as the NBA. And I'm talking about the league itself, endorsements, merchandise. I mean, the whole gamut. So the league in and of itself is kind of being propped up just to have a WNBA. So when you look at it like that, it makes perfect sense. But God forbid you say that, because they even get angry about that. But it's just reality. People do not watch, invest in, spend their money on the WNBA like they do the NBA. It's just the reality. And women got to quit whining and crying about, did nobody tell y'all to go out there and play basketball?
And it's funny.
That's
that
like
you
having a
mentioned that.
women's football league. You gonna tell me there are going to be as many people there as in the regular NFL? No, there will not be.
No, there will not be, because the entertainment is not the same. I was actually just watching something on that. I forget his name because I want to say where I got the information from. But anyway, he was talking about that, the revenue that the WNBA brings in, and he was actually showcasing a clip where a woman was speaking of like startup businesses and how in the beginning all businesses are that way, where they may not make a profit, but it's in the startup phase, this, that, and the other. But he mentioned that, okay, and that's fine, but when the NBA was in that phase, they weren't paying the players what they're paying them now. He was remembering a time like before Magic Johnson and earlier times where NBA players would have actual jobs outside of the NBA, which is something I didn't even know anything about. I thought that was pretty interesting. So, I think it's the same thing. Women whining.
And they have revenue targets. You know, they have revenue targets. And if you're not even meeting the target, I mean, come on, even if you work for a corporation and you're in sales, you have a sales goal. And depending on if you reach the goal or not is how much you get paid. And it's the same on Wall Street. If you work on Wall Street and you're working on a hedge fund and you're a hedge fund manager and you have a certain rate that you have to hit, your bonus is dependent upon you hitting that rate. And if you don't get the money.
Well, we're women.
I mean, it's not rocket science. It's simple math.
We should get what we ask for. We're women.
Look, believe all women. Believe them.
We have women's math. We don't need simple math. We have women's math.
and that's the difference between women and men. They're all emotion trying to have a tantrum. We should get paid. But the numbers, the math ain't mathing, sis. It's just not mathing. It's like, I'm sorry. I wish it were. I wish the same amount of people were lined up to see women basketball players, but they're just not. So it is what it is.
You're just punk.
Everybody's a punk.
Yes, they are. Everybody today is just punks. That's what we used to call you when I was a kid, when you were acting ridiculous like that.
Don't breathe too hard, they're going to melt.
She said that I call them punks. She calls them the snowflake, and I was about to say, and you call them potato chips.
And crumbling like potato chips over here. Exactly. It's just terrible. But that's where we are. So we got wigs on the basketball court. Okay.
All right.
Well, I hope that the women in the WNBA would carefully consider their hair choices from this moment on.